Welcome, everybody, to It's Movie Time Pod, episode 7.
Hey,
We out here.
Crazy that we're on episode 7. Shout out to all the fans, all the supporters. We're really grateful to have you.
all 30 of you, maybe.
We do love you guys.
We've got 78 followers on Instagram, 63 followers on TikTok. So we've got at least some of those intermixed. We got at least 100.
Hopefully.
No, we do.
Okay.
We got 18 streams last week.
18 streams? Episodes. Really?
Yeah, we go hard.
Okay, I'm in.
Not as hard as I was when we saw Dune 2 tonight, though.
But immediately, right as soon as it starts, Seth, and it goes power over spices, power over all, I go, Seth, you hard.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did ask
I
me.
just heard Seth say, I have a boner.
It's because it hits and it just does.
Look,
and I'm like,
look.
Yep.
It might be the best movie ever made.
Is it?
Because look, we all gave it 5 stars, but purely from like a film perspective, which you know more about film than we do. Obviously,
Yeah.
You went to film school. It's like your life. You've seen that movie 27 times in theaters. Is there anything wrong with it?
I think finding something wrong with it it's hard for me. I've seen it so many times in theaters and I've experienced it a lot of different ways. But what really struck me this time is how many good moments come after one after another. Like the movie doesn't have a space of like dead air for more than maybe 2-3 minutes where like I could see someone being like, I was bored or nothing was happening. Like there is something happening so consistently. I do think it's on just another level. It'd been a few months since I'd seen it in theaters. It is the best movie of last year, without a doubt. I will say it again. The fact that Denis did not get nominated for Best Director is a crime because that film literally is the best directed movie I've seen in so long. And then also, yeah, Greg Fraser's great. I'm just a really big fan of it.
Hans
Zimmer's great.
The fact that he didn't get nominated.
Well, did you hear
for
why
score,
he didn't?
Yeah, because it's the same music from the first movie. Shut up,
There's
bro.
just too much of it, which is stupid in my opinion. Which, like, if it was the exact same score, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
sure,
not.
But it's not.
I'm just really excited to get into this podcast because we have some fun topics. But before we do that, what I will say, because I asked you from like your film perspective, your thoughts on the movie and if there's anything bad about it. I don't think that there is. I think it might be the best movie I've ever seen.
So that was a fun beginning to the episode. Again, episode 7, kind of crazy. Almost been doing this 2 months, the boys and I, and we're just extremely grateful. Of course, I'm Seth. This is Landon. This is Jackson, as you guys know. But for those of you who are new here, we are just friends that like talking about movies, really. That's all we really do. Jackson, you got it.
I'm just throwing up the peace sign to the followers, you know?
No, I understand. It's just like we're running a show.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
What?
I thought you were going to tell me to be professional.
But no, so this is something cool. I'm going to make this announcement. We are splitting the podcast. We're making a little bit of a shift where we're actually going to be doing 2 episodes per week moving forward. And what that's going to entail is essentially our episodes are going to come out every Wednesday, but our episodes are just going to be prefaced like we do everything before we do reviews. And then Fridays, we're going to release episodes that are solely just movie reviews, where after we go see the movie, we'll film, 10, 15 minutes of audio and video and, just bring you guys some more in-depth reviews, have a little bit more fun that way. Moving forward, anything you guys want to just talk about? Anything you guys have on your mind?
I've been saying this to Seth for a while, and I said it to Jack. Screw Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, they really been screwing us over lately.
Like, we are a movie podcast, and so I will say you don't even have screens in your freaking planes, and then you're taking away the free check bags. What do you actually have to offer us?
They do have a little bit more legroom than Delta, but like...
Do they really, though?
Yeah, it's like an inch.
Oh, an inch can get the job done. Okay, so... No, yes.
The thing that sucks is, look, I got that Southwest credit card. I got points on that hoe. So now I'm going to have to fly without being able to check a bag. Are you kidding me? Like, you don't even give me priority membership because I have your credit card. Delta does.
So they're not doing free check bags anymore with the card?
No. No one.
Not a soul.
Unless you're like the top A-list preferred whatever that is. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, how can I transfer all of my Southwest points to Delta?
That's a bummer. I mean, hey, look, I'm a big Delta guy, always have been. We're going to Disneyland next month. I just paid for it all on Delta points. It was great.
King.
It was great.
Got that dog in you.
I do. No. Okay, so
Keep it clean, Seth.
keep it clean, keep it lean, keep it mean. Okay.
Lean, mean.
Yeah, land, F them.
Yeah. That's all I
Good
have
save.
to say.
Dude, you guys, progress,
Hey,
We're a good influence on you.
growth.
My mom thought that Seth was going to be a bad influence on us, but really, we're a good influence on Seth.
Yeah, you are, dude. Are you kidding? You guys are great influences.
Sorry, Mom.
I'll get there. Probably
I'm
not.
trying.
I mean, look, I'm a 26-year-old man. I don't think anyone's going to change me at this point.
Turning 27 soon.
In 6 months.
Yep.
pretty soon.
Pretty soon. That's facts,
That's
actually.
less than a year.
That is less than a year. Can't wait for my birthday.
We're going to have a crazy podcast episode for Seth's birthday.
Jackson doesn't want to go to see Gracie Abrams with me for my birthday, so that's a whole thing. I've got Gracie Abrams tickets in Colorado for my birthday. Jackson goes, no, I don't want to go with you.
I didn't say that.
Any ladies want to go with Seth? He's got an extra ticket. Hit him up.
If any ladies,
And look, hold up before Seth says anything. They're good seats too.
yeah, they're like
Front row.
Front row.
They're like third row in
Yeah.
the middle.
Third row. Red Rocks.
Red Rocks. That's all I'm going to say.
It could be. I will say this much. I am a big Gracie Abrams fan. You can ask these guys. Gracie Abrams is my number one artist. Anytime they're in the car, what are we listening to? Gracie Abrams.
Gracie is love. Gracie is life.
Yeah.
Look, he's got an extra ticket. Hit him up. Hit his DMs. He's ready.
I am
Soros
honestly
19 on Instagram.
So no,
Is that
FSR
not
_ Seth
Oh.
Orris on Instagram. Well, let me put this out there. If any ladies, okay, my name is Seth Orris. If any ladies would like to go see Gracie Abrams with me in August at the Red Rocks, third row, middle, great seats. Literally splurged on them right before I lost a job, which was great. It is also my birthday. I will allow you to stay at the hotel I'm staying at. Separate beds, obviously.
Obviously.
Respectful king.
And then it will be a good time. Let me know. I'm
My dog
also.
just tried to hump my arm.
He's been doing that.
Obi just tried to hump Jax.
He's been doing that to that toy.
No, we don't hump in this house.
Is that so? No, it is. No
It is,
humping
though.
done
It is.
here. Moving forward, this is what we're going to do. We're going to actually just get in the main segments because I think that will lead a lot of the conversation. We are going to first be talking about our top 3. So we've got this week, we've got Snow White, the new Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler,
Movie of the year.
and Gal Gadot. And
Ooh.
what?
What?
Nice. And then we've got The Alto Knights starring Robert De Niro and
Stoked.
Robert De Niro.
Stoked.
Literally is going to go so hard. Would you guys happen to agree?
Yeah, definitely. Really excited. For
Which
that.
one are you actually more excited for?
Snow White, honestly,
I'm more excited for the Alto Knights.
I think the songs are gonna slap.
I really do hope that Snow White is good though, and I think the songs will do well. Rachel Ziegler, however you want to pronounce it, I don't know. She can sing.
Yeah.
Ouch, dude.
She can sing. She's good.
That's the-
Okay, so we're going to be doing, first we're going to start with top 3 Disney live action remakes. Jax, can you give us your top 3?
Sir, yes, sir, I can. Number 3, we're starting off strong. We're going with Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. I don't know the rest of that song. Emma Stone killed it. Loved her in that
So
movie. Cruella though, Emma Stone's great. I didn't have a lot of expectations for that movie, and I thought that it was pretty good. The hard part about this is there's not really that many good live action Disney remakes.
They kind of all suck.
Yeah. That's my number 3. My number 2, I always wanted a brother. Mufasa. Banger. Honestly, that was up for my number 1 spot because it's just that good. And a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people said it's not necessary. I thought it was really cool how they tied in Scar. Yeah, big fan. Liked it a lot. Number 1, Aladdin. Yeah, really liked Aladdin. I thought it worked. It's just the best one. Will Smith was good. I can't remember the actress's name who plays Jasmine.
Naomi Scott.
Yes, yeah.
Jinx.
Hey, you owe me a soda in the fridge. Yeah, no, she was really good. I thought the songs were really good. The original song that she sings that's not in the cartoon but is in that movie, so good. So that's my number 1.
I love it. Those are great picks.
Thank you.
I will say I don't have any of those on my top 3.
Really?
Do I?
Dude,
really?
That's sick.
Look at us.
All right, Lan.
I'm up. All right. Number 3 for me, The Jungle Book, but 1994.
Oh, go off, King.
See, I thought about that movie, and sorry to interrupt. I thought about that movie because it's a banger. It's one of my favorite movies. Landon can attest. I used to watch that movie all the time when I was little, but I didn't know if that one would have counted or the most recent 2014 Jungle Book, and I didn't like that one.
I mean, they're both Disney.
Yeah.
So
They both
the
count.
1994, he's a grown man. It's a little different take. It's not the same story, really. It's really cool, though. My number 2, though, is The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Because Halle Bailey goes crazy in that movie. And Prince Eric also is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's based solely off of like the singing performances.
Yeah.
I think she's great. And then number 1 is Cinderella, because I think Lily James is perfect for that. It's a really good one.
Nice.
I like it.
None of those are on mine.
Really?
Crazy.
What are you gonna have?
Don't you worry about
Some
it.
trash
I am worried
movies?
about it.
So that's gonna have some like YouTube remake of Toy Story live action or something like that.
Dude, the only Toy Story I'm thinking about remaking is the ones that I wish would come to life in my bed at night. So, what I will say is Little Mermaid is the worst Disney live action remake.
I think that you're actually crazy for that.
And Jackson did joke. He goes,
Because you're racist?
yeah, it's not. I really like her. In fact, she is the only part of the movie I do like.
She's 90% of the movie, though.
Yeah, the other 10 is so insufferable. I couldn't do it.
Take out Awkwafina because she was trash.
No, take out Melissa McCarthy.
So, but those two, but her performance, Halle Bailey,
Makes up for it.
Not for me, but that's just me.
Look,
I think you should rewatch it because I know that you're the king of giving movies a second chance. I will applaud you for that. I don't do that. I think you should rewatch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. I'll rewatch it tonight.
It's my challenge. You don't sleep. You have insomnia or something.
I guess it's my turn. At number 3, I have 101 Dalmatians. Glenn Close.
Okay.
Love that movie. Have so much fun with that movie. Saw it when I was obviously came out when I was super young and I always loved it. Number 2, I have The Jungle Book 2014. I love The Jungle Book. I think Jon Favreau, what he did with that movie, it's like, I think, well, what's really impressive about that movie is like The Lion King doesn't work at all for me. And a lot of it is because of how everything looks. I think the kid in The Jungle Book centers that movie so well with all the animals. And I remember seeing it. I was working at the movie theater at the time and I saw it at least 10 times. It's like a high school kid. So like, I really cared about that movie. Really liked it. And that's my number 2. And then number 1 is Beauty and the Beast.
fair.
Good movie.
Emma Watson.
Crazy.
Question though.
Reset. Beauty and the Beast. Emma Watson is incredible.
But my question for you is, did Emma Watson actually sing, or did they like?
I mean, they have her name on the album.
Like, how much of that do you think was actually her, versus like?
I mean, I don't care. I'll still match to it.
What?
Look, I love that movie too, but I just
obviously
I just don't know how much of that was like actually her and not like totally touched up.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the
Fair.
whole thing's super touched up.
Yeah,
But
Dan Stevens.
Dan Stevens. Okay. Fudge, dude. I do not know anything about movies.
That's okay.
I'm a mess. It's because we started this so late. Cool. Any thoughts on mine or any hate?
No hate. I'm gonna be nice today, except for the fact that no, that's rude. Never mind.
Say it, bitch.
No, well, I was just gonna say I don't understand liking that version of The Jungle Book as much as you do. I disagree with that take.
Okay, why do you disagree with me liking the movie?
I mean, he said it came out when he was in high school.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
It's
gonna
one of
say.
those
Like,
movies that-
that's what I was gonna say. It's not nice of me to criticize your take on that movie because it has a significant.
Well, why would
meaning
you
to
ever criticize someone's take on a movie that they just really like?
Because sometimes it can be wrong.
Not
If they like a movie,
we're not getting into this. If
No,
someone
no,
really
no.
likes it, but if they're trying to tell you it's like one of the greatest movies ever, I can see how you fight that. But if it's just like I really like it,
Well, yeah,
I
but
love Mighty
he put
Ducks.
it 2 on his list.
Yeah, but this is
it's
he
a
doesn't have
Disney
lot of
live action
options.
remake list. It sucks. These movies suck, Jax.
He doesn't have a
You
lot of
just
options.
said you loved that movie.
Yeah, but Disney live action.
You said it was really good.
If I put Jungle Book, let's say this: if I put Jungle Book as top 10 all time like children's movies or anything like that, then you have something to say. But I'm not necessarily. I don't have the greatest films to choose from. I'm just gonna say this. No, I'm actually gonna flame Jax. Do not ever tell someone because they like a movie they're wrong.
I can pull an eyewitness
one?
account.
Which one? Why don't you
Elijah, blank middle name, blank last name.
Oh, dude, yeah, that guy sucks though. That's different.
No, you're going to tell me not to flame anyone for their movie opinions? Let me bring him on the pod next week and we can talk about how often he gets flamed by Seth Orris
and by
for
you.
his movie opinions.
You know who doesn't flame you, Eli? Me. Because I'm your only good friend.
That's crazy. Eli knows what I've done for him in this world.
All right.
Well, no, you're right. I need to be better, but we shouldn't.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
Be better.
We shouldn't, but I will critique your opinion on movies just because it's fun to argue with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was so much fun. Let's. Holy shit! Is this the final episode of the pod? Let's do next. We're gonna do obviously with the Alto Nights coming out. We're gonna do best crime mob gangster film top 3. I'll go first on this one since Jax went first last.
Yeah, start us off.
At number 3, I have Heat, starring De Niro and Al Pacino, one of the greatest crime movies of all time. The gunshots in that movie are terrifying. De Niro and Al Pacino, also Al Pacino going, "She's got a great ass," is really good.
I've never seen that movie, honestly, but I've seen that part from New Girl when the little girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
So funny. And then number 2 is going to be Pulp Fiction. Obviously, one of the greatest gangster films of all time. If you know me, Pulp Fiction is the movie that made me want to make movies originally. So I've got to give it some love. Number 1 would be Goodfellas, because it is without a doubt Martin Scorsese's best movie besides Silence. And it is just, it's the gangster film of all gangster films. Like, even when it comes to, like, say, The Godfather Part 2, like, I genuinely think when people think about gangster movies, the first thing they think about is Goodfellas. It is so influential on so many different movies, all this stuff. But yeah, we can move on to Landon's because no one wants me to talk anymore, clearly.
No, we do. I just didn't know if we were going to keep fighting or what.
Landon's a peacemaker.
We back. Look, I'll go. Okay, number 3 for me, I've got Blow with Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah. I actually really like that movie.
We just watched it yesterday.
And the problem is, honestly, I was going through like a list of a lot of like gangster crime movies, and there's a lot that I haven't seen, so I can't like put them in there.
Okay.
So this is a lot of them, the ones that I have seen. I really like Blow. Thought it was a fun movie, really cool. My biggest thing is, and I said this to you, Seth, the other day, Johnny Depp's hair in the beginning looks like Coconut Head from Ned's Classified
So
School
funny.
Survival Guide, and it was driving me nuts. But the rest of it was fine. Number 2, I have Gangs of New York.
Ooh, banger film. Martin Scorsese showing up.
It's a good movie. The hardest thing with that one is just super long.
Yeah.
But Leo and Daniel Day-Lewis go crazy in that movie. So it's a fun watch.
That's a double DVD.
Yeah.
DVD version of that movie, you have to put 2 DVDs in.
That's how long it is.
Yeah.
Crazy. But my number 1 is The Departed.
Oh.
So there you go. It made me so mad. But anyway.
Proud of you.
It's my top 3.
Good 3.
Those are great. A great 3. 2 Scorsese flicks. You guys got to watch Goodfellas. Jackson?
All right. My 3, I have one from your list and one from his list. So in your heads, guess which ones we've got coming up. My number 3, I've got Pulp Fiction.
Banger.
Yeah, really good movie. I don't love it as much as Seth loves it, but I can understand why Seth loves it as much as he does. I think it's really fun. The ending was hard to watch. You know why if you've seen it. Number 2, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Number 2, I have American Gangster.
Great movie. Denzel's awesome in that movie.
Loved Denzel in that movie. Yeah, banger. I love, and a lot of gangster movies are based off of like real life mobsters and gangsters and whatnot, but this is just like a direct story put on screen.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Banger. My number 1, as you can guess, The Departed, 5 out of 5 movie. Might be one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. The ending is really upsetting.
Yes.
And when that body falls from the roof, ooh, boy.
I think that might be a spoiler.
No, because nobody knows whose body's falling from where.
You're right. We argued about what spoilers are a couple weeks ago. I don't want to go back into it.
We talking bodies falling? And those Harkonnen falling from the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Dune 2?
Dune 2.
I'm in.
Dune 2 could technically be a gangster movie.
No.
The Harkonnen are gangsters.
Okay, so we're going to do hot takes. We're going to go around. We're just going to say we've all, I think, got some hot takes just on life, on movies. And we're just going to go around.
I want to start us off.
Yeah, Jax.
Because I have a good hot take. I'll start us off a little bit more mild of a hot take. Pixar peaked with Ratatouille.
What movies came after Ratatouille?
Oh, do you want me to pull up the list?
Yeah, I'm going to have to see a list because I just don't know.
Well, and I think what I mean by saying it peaked with Ratatouille is that even the movies before Ratatouille don't stack up to Ratatouille.
So you're saying Ratatouille's the
best Pixar movie.
It's the craziest thing ever.
Toy Story?
Toy Story 3 is better than Ratatouille.
I
Dude, WALL-E is better than Ratatouille.
WALL-E's great. Look,
WALL-E's a masterpiece.
I'm not saying that these movies aren't good. I'm just saying that Ratatouille is the best Pixar movie. That's my hot take.
Okay. So your hot take is that Ratatouille is the best Pixar movie.
Yeah. I mess heavy with Ratatouille.
Okay. Landon, any thoughts to that?
I just need to see when Ratatouille came out. 2007.
Look, I just think that Ratatouille it's the most mature Pixar movie.
That's
not as far as like it should be PG-13 type of mature. Do you get what I'm saying
no,
when I
but
say
you're
mature?
saying themes.
Yes.
WALL-E's themes are much more mature than Ratatouille, respectfully.
Visually stunning.
Yeah.
Thematically great.
Yeah. It almost sounds like you're explaining WALL-E to me.
No, I'm explaining Ratatouille to you.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like there's this weird cult following of Ratatouille where I'm like, I like it. I think it's a good movie.
When?
Everyone loves Ratatouille.
Because it's banger.
I know, but it's not better than Monsters, Inc.
Oh, dude, yeah. Monsters, Inc. is much better than Ratatouille. My favorite Pixar film. I just go WALL-E because I think it's the best Pixar film.
Look, this is why it's called a hot take, okay? And am sticking
not
to...
better than Cars.
I'm sticking to...
Yeah,
Cars is one of my comfort movies. It is. We talked about this on the pod.
Life is a highway.
It is, and I'm going to ride it all night long.
Remy was trying to ride that hair all night long.
He was riding that hair.
He was cooking.
He was pulling that hair. Anyway, that's my... And I didn't think this was going to be that big of a hot take, but apparently it is.
No, I just think anytime you go Pixar, it's hard.
Because Pixar is great.
Pixar is like a cult following of Pixar.
Yeah, it's great.
But no, that's a good hot take.
Yeah.
Lan, hot take?
Hot take? Creed 2 is the greatest boxing movie ever made.
You son of a bitch.
Is that your hot take?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Because we watched it together.
So did I, dude.
We watched it together and we were both just sitting here just,
I don't know if that's... I don't think that's that big of a hot take.
I know, but I know a lot of people think the Rockies are
well,
better.
Rocky,
it's a hot
Cinderella
take just
Man.
in the way that people look at boxing movies.
Fair.
Okay. So here's why this take is actually cold AF. Creed 2 could single-handedly cure depression. I'll tell you why. Yesterday, a little bit sad, a little bit lonely. I come over here. My Jimmy was up by scene 2.
What one scene
and
2
it
when
did
he
not go
proposes?
down. Amen, hey man, you might find me by the water.
That's not scene 2.
No, I'm just saying my Jimmy was up by scene 2, and then the rest.
Oh, and then it was just...
I thought it was up right when it said, "Give me those keys."
Give me them keys.
Michael B. What a man!
give me them
The
keys.
man that you are, Michael.
My favorite. Okay, look. All I have to say about that movie is if you watch the training montage and you don't get so much motivation to just like hit the gym or do something with your life, are we even watching the same thing?
Look, when I do cardio at the gym, which is not very often, I listen to that song from the training montage. It's the first one that I listen to because it just gets me so hyped.
Yeah.
Should we do it? Should we do it? Run it, run it, run it.
Run it. I know a few.
Also, I love in the training montage when it says the run it, and he's ducking the punches to the run it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And the
Or when you're in the
was like,
theater and it
yeah,
goes
it bounces
everywhere
all-
around in the
yeah.
IMAX.
Oh.
I remember
Isn't that coming back to theaters soon?
That's a great hot take.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took yours.
No, that's okay. I've actually got 5 loaded, so I'll go with one.
King.
Another one real quick. My hot take is, and hear me out here, okay, guys? I really need you to hear me out. Dune 2.
If you say
No.
anything negative about that movie,
You let me finish. Dune 2 losing any awards at the Oscars is the biggest crime against humanity ever. I want it, and I know it's a hot take because, how's it going to win Best Foreign? Guess what? They speak a different language, bitch.
Boom.
they're on a different planet. If
They're
that's
on a
not
different
foreign,
planet.
I don't know what is.
How's it going to win Best Short Film? Well, guess what? My little shorty was getting up during the film. That's all that matters.
That's
Okay?
facts.
How's it going to win Best Documentary? Shit, bitch. How you think we got up there? Documentarians. Okay? How's it going to win Best...
No, everything else makes sense.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
else is cool.
Because look, I said this when we had our Oscar pod. Timmy should have been nominated for Best Actor for being Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis. Okay,
Dang.
literally like 6 times throughout that movie, I leaned over to Seth and was like, "I have chills."
No, we all had chills at least 5, 6 times.
I
It's-
had some tears in my eyes.
I cried a few times.
Bro, it's just a beautiful. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's the best movie
Yeah.
I've ever seen, and I've seen 983 movies in my lifetime.
Yeah. It's
That's a
great
lot
movie.
of movies.
I'm just,
Look, not a hot take around us, but maybe
Yeah, maybe
to
to
the
others.
world?
Yeah,
Yes.
to the world, yes.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm actually going to put that out.
Do
Okay,
it.
Jax, give us another hot take.
Another hot
We'll go a
take.
little bit quicker.
Okay, Avengers Endgame is good, but Infinity War is better.
There's a hot take. Why do you think that?
I think that, and don't get me wrong, I loved Endgame. Super fun. I think that Endgame was mainly, it just felt like fan service. You know what I'm saying? Bringing all the superheroes back. I am Iron Man. Like, it just felt like a lot of fan service. And Endgame to me was just tighter. It was.
You mean Infinity War?
Or yeah, sorry, Infinity War. It was tighter. The pacing was a lot better. I love that it actually made Thanos feel like a villain and not somebody that we're like, no, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my hot take. Endgame is not as good as Infinity War.
I like Infinity War more than I like Endgame. Thanos is the best villain Marvel's ever had in those movies.
Easily.
And the whole movie, you're just waiting for him to show back up.
Yeah, he's what you want.
And also, dude,
Also, sorry to cut you off. Actually, you keep going and then I'll go.
well, just when he's throwing his daughter off is one of the saddest moments.
Do you see what I'm saying? Villain. He's pure evil in that movie. I also think this is kind of part of that hot take. I low-key would have loved it if it just ended after Infinity War.
That's a hot take.
Thanos wins.
Marvel just ceases to exist.
Yeah,
I'd
Marvel's
be happy.
done. Marvel's done.
We wouldn't have had to get that last Captain America movie.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten No Way Home.
We wouldn't have gotten Guardians of the Galaxy
3.
Volume 3, which, I mean,
Is that your favorite Marvel?
I think it is, yeah.
It's Landon's
Lan,
turn.
give
my
us another
turn.
hot take.
I don't know. This is more my opinion and what I like.
No, it's a hot take. Just say hot
yeah.
take.
Fine.
Your
Hot
hot
take.
take is right.
Right now, The Nice Guys is Ryan Gosling's best performance.
Ooh, better than La La Land.
Look, he's hilarious. And I prefer funny Ryan Gosling over serious Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he is so good in
Because
The Nice
he
Guys.
is so funny in that movie.
That movie is so funny, dude.
Better than Blade Runner?
Well, just because the fact that I said I like funny Ryan Gosling
Better than
over serious Ryan Gosling.
You got him though. He like thought for like half a second. He's like, oh wait, did I make
Blade Runner is great, but at the same time, I don't think Ryan Gosling is the reason that movie is so good.
Well, yeah, he's one of the reasons.
He is one of the reasons, but I think a lot of it is like the cinematography and like the story of it.
Yeah.
What about Crazy Stupid Love? It is funny Ryan Gosling.
That's what I'm saying. Funny
but
Ryan
man,
Gosling
that
is...
end scene of Crazy Stupid Love in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's my favorite scene in a rom-com.
Seen The Nice Guys.
I haven't seen The Nice Guys, no.
That's okay.
Yeah. It's on my list.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think he's so good in that movie. I'd put Blade Runner 2049 there or La La Land.
Barbie?
Barbie's really good.
Fall Guy?
Barbie's great, but
Barbie's probably a little more shticky than I'd like to see. Like, that's why I like him more in The Nice Guys. Fall Guy, he's really good, but I just think The Nice Guys is a much better film. So like it just elevates.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe Ryan Gosling is the best Ryan in
I think
Hollywood.
he is. I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
What about Gosling in Remember the Titans though?
I mean, he's fine, but he's not like the movie.
He's just in it.
Yeah. He's good though.
He is good, but he's not the
he's just
movie.
in it.
He's good. He's good, and I love it because Ryan Gosling after that movie, I just feel like is meant to be like this super hot stud, like, you know what I'm saying? And he's not that in that movie, and I just like that perspective of him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I agree with you. He's not the movie. He's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my hottest take is He Got Game, starring Ray Allen and Denzel Washington, is the greatest sports movie ever.
Now. I have a hot take that I think is going to
sizzle
a little bit.
Okay, give it to us, and then let's get into the final thing, and we'll.
I have two hot takes though, so let me just hit back to back because one of them I just want to see your reaction to. This one though, The Dark Knight is great, but it's overrated.
We argued about this last week.
We did, and I still stand by that.
Why is it overrated?
It's overrated because the best part about that movie is the Joker, and that's it.
That's the only thing that's good about that movie?
The cinematography is good, the score is good, but everything outside of just the Joker when he's on screen, I feel like is just like here. And then Heath Ledger's on screen and it's here. And I think that you could almost argue that, well, I think that also the second act or the final act of The Dark Knight is mumbled and like just a lot of stuff going on, and it gets a little bit messy and the pacing gets thrown off a little bit. And
you read this on a Reddit forum.
Not that part. I did get this hot take on a Reddit forum, but we also talked about it last week. I just couldn't come
third
up with
act thing, Jax, that is like Bush League. Okay, everyone argues against the third act. The movie's great.
No, the movie's great. I just think that it's overrated. I don't think that it stands up to, say, the Batman. And I'm going to get heat for this. But the Batman, Robert Pattinson, is here, and the Dark Knight is here.
Wow.
You already know what I say. Rob Pat would beat the out of Christian Bale. It's Batman.
Christian Bale's Batman is not good. He's not good.
Okay,
he has his moments, but overall, he's like a 7 out of 10. 6. 7 at best.
First of all, I think you not giving credit to Two-Face is crazy. Crazy good character.
Crazy good character, but it's just like...
Except for the fact that he didn't even recognize it was the Joker when he had a mask on.
Oh my gosh, that's the first time anything like that has happened in that kind of movie.
But also they build up, and this is why I don't like the final act of that, is they build up Two-Face to so much, and then it's like pretty just here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it builds up the Two-Face and Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face, and then it just ends right here. And all you see is the last 5 minutes when he throws Batman off the freaking building and they fall together and he dies. Like, give me more of Two-Face. You built up such a big thing for him, and he got 10 minutes of screen time.
One iconic quote from the Batman.
Yeah, it's the Two-Face quote. Yeah, cool.
No, the Batman.
Oh, the Batman? I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what the Two-Face quote is in The Dark Knight. So
it's not even a Two-Face quote. It's a Harvey Dent quote.
Oh, same thing, bro.
No, they're not the same thing.
Yeah,
exactly. Iconic.
Yeah, but cool. What else? What else does he do?
Here's my thing. Is like, I just guess I don't get your hot take. it's great, but it's overrated. So really what you want to say is the Batman is better than the Dark Knight.
I would say that you could argue for Batman Begins being better than The Dark Knight.
Batman Begins is the worst in that trilogy.
The Dark Knight Rises is good. It has its moments, but I think that
I like The Dark Knight Rises the most because I think Bane is actually scary. He broke his freaking back.
Yeah, Bane is terrifying. The Joker's also terrifying, though.
The Joker is terrifying in a different way.
And you're going to say Batman Begins is better than The Dark Knight, dude?
You could argue it. I think you could argue it.
What about it?
It's consistent. Throughout the whole movie, the pacing is very, very consistent. The final act, it's building the whole movie, and the final act is beautiful. I like genuinely the final act of Batman Begins is like perfect to me.
Okay, now I'm going to help you make a point a little bit. What in the Batman Begins, and you can put multiple elements together, is better than Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight?
But this is part of
No, I said I'm going to help you make your point a little bit, but I'm talking now about the Batman Begins versus The Dark Knight. You can put all the movie together. Just simply, if we're looking at those two movies put together, Heath Ledger's performance outshines the Batman Begins in every way.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that statement. I'm not arguing anything against Heath Ledger as the Joker.
But you're arguing against The Dark Knight.
No, but I'm arguing as a movie in its whole. Like, I think that Scarecrow in Batman Begins is better than Two-Face.
Okay.
And I think that's a huge... And Scarecrow's not even the main villain in the Batman Begins. So we're talking about secondary villains. And Scarecrow's better than Harvey Dent and Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face isn't the main villain in The Dark Knight, Jax.
I literally just said that. We're talking about secondary villains.
Okay, secondary villains, Batman Begins better.
Yes.
The Dark Knight, who's the better primary villain?
Yeah, the Joker.
Because
but that's why...
Ra's al Ghul is the worst villain in any Batman movie.
What makes you say that? You just don't like Liam Neeson's character of him?
No, it's boring. I didn't care. I've never cared. I've seen that movie. I cannot tell you. We got on the Batman Begins thing, and this is where it gets tough. I've seen Batman Begins so many times because I don't like it, and everyone tells me I will like it eventually. And I keep trying it every time. It's boring.
But and that's fair. That's your opinion. When this goes on TikTok, what you are going to see in the TikTok comments is the Joker this, the Joker that, the Joker this. It's all anybody can ever talk about that movie, and rightfully so, because Heath Ledger is fantastic in that role. But you take the Joker out of that movie, and what is that movie? Trash.
You're joking, dude. It's trash?
It's
one
not
of the greatest directed films of all time.
It's not good without Heath Ledger as the Joker.
You're absolutely insane, dude.
I'm not. You take Heath Ledger's Joker out of that movie, he sucks as Batman. He's great as Bruce Wayne. He's terrible Batman. He's a terrible Batman. He can't fight, and he trained with the League of Assassins. Yeah, my ass. Who teaches the League of Assassins going to teach you to fight like this? No. Do you see what I'm like? He's not good as Batman. There's 3 villains in that movie. 2 of them are fine. 2 of them are eh. And then the Joker. That movie should be the Joker, not Batman.
Jax, I think here's the deal. Because I like, okay, and this is with the preface of I like Robert Pattinson's Batman more. I don't think Christian Bale is a bad Batman.
He's bad.
Oh, just blanket?
He's just bad.
So everyone who thinks he's good, the millions and millions and millions and 90% of people who think he's a good Batman, they're just all wrong?
But if you break down the Batman, if you break down just his character of the Batman...
So you're saying... but then you're saying all these people just like all of a sudden don't know the Batman? Who he is as a character?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he is so highly rated as the Batman because of the Joker.
That's not true at all, dude. That's not true at all. All the Batman movies are rated well. Not all of them have the Joker.
No, but that one's rated as highly as it is because of Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker.
It's rated higher, yes, because of that.
And rightfully so. I love Heath Ledger. That's the best Joker we've ever seen. It is. Best Joker we've ever seen. I'm not a fan of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Jared Leto's Joker. Joaquin Phoenix was great as the Joker, don't get me wrong. I just don't think that movie is very rewatchable. It's too dark for me, right?
First one's fine. Second one was
Second
trash.
one was garbage.
I went on a date to the second one. Didn't go.
Garbage. Jared Leto's Joker sucks.
Jack Nicholson's great, but it's not as good.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson's good, but it doesn't stack up. You know what I'm saying? I just think if you put Jared Leto in place of Heath Ledger as the Joker, that movie's overall like 7 out of 10. Not an 8.9.
And here's why I think you're wrong. Like genuinely, is I think you don't think about the factors of the movie at hand of like Chris Nolan,
Fantastic.
one of the greatest directors of all time. You don't think he's going to make something happen with a different actor, or you don't think he's going to make, if it's not a Joker Batman, you don't think he's going to make a good Batman movie. Like,
well, I'm literally arguing that Batman Begins is, you can argue that it's better than The Dark Knight. So the fact that you're saying I don't think that Christopher Nolan's going to make a good Batman movie without the Joker is insane. I'm literally telling you that I think one is better than two.
I misspoke. What I mean is, realistically, I think you love to hate on The Dark Knight just to make a point that the Batman is so good.
It's not even that. I love the Batman. It's my looking at the camera. He's the best version of the Batman we've seen outside of the video games. I'll end it there. I don't need to go into detail on that. That's just my opinion.
So you've just always disliked The Dark Knight?
I've loved the movie, but I've never liked him as Batman.
Ever.
I don't think he's that good as Batman. He's a brilliant Bruce Wayne. And I pray that Robert Pattinson learns from how Christian Bale played Bruce Wayne so that he can step up his game as Bruce Wayne. But I don't think he's a good Batman.
All he's got to do is bring Edward back on screen. Chilling.
It is true.
We're chilling.
What are your thoughts on this?
I'm the same way, because I think he's really good Bruce Wayne, but I think his Batman is lame. His Batman voice pisses me off. His fighting sucks. I don't know. He would just get clapped by any of the other Batmans, even Clooney. Clooney's taking that guy to town in a different way.
Nice. Well, that's fair. I mean, hey, look, to each their own. I just think, this is the last thing I'll say. I genuinely just think you like to hate on that movie because you like people to know how much you love Robert Pattinson's Batman.
I gave that movie like 8 or 9 stars out of 10. I don't hate that movie. I just don't think that it's.
But you do like to talk crap on it. You talk crap on that movie quite a bit.
I do talk crap on that movie because I think everybody overpraises that movie. Everybody overpraises Batman in that movie. That's what I think. And this is why it's a hot take.
I'm glad we're having this discussion. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think you're not giving the other elements of the movie, which we haven't really gotten into because we've gone down 100 different paths. But like, I think another reason people do like that movie is like, I do think people like Two-Face too.
I think people like Two-Face also. I just think that it built up such a big thing for Two-Face just for his most iconic moment is his quote, and then the end scene where he has the gun on Commissioner Gordon's family.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was so much more that could have been done with him that wasn't.
Well, he's like he like perpetuates everything that happens in 3.
Yeah, but that's not 2.
And he's the reason the Batman had to go into hiding.
In 3.
In 2, at the end of 2.
Well, he didn't go into hiding. He just broke his back.
In 2.
No, I know. He fell off the thing and hurt his knees or whatever from the fall. That's why he can't walk in 3.
But he has to go into hiding because they make it so Batman was the bad guy and it wasn't Harvey Dent that did it all.
Yeah, that's
So
Commissioner Gordon's fault.
Yeah, but
that's not Harvey Dent's fault. That Harvey Dent didn't do that. Commissioner Gordon did that.
No.
Without Two-Face.
That would have to happen without Two-Face. That would happen without
there,
Two-Face there. Commissioner Gordon would be like, "Hey, there's not anything happening, but you're going to go into hiding."
I get your argument. I still think that Two-Face's character falls flat at the end of the movie. Then this is what I'm saying. He's the reason everything happens in that movie, right? So we're talking about Harvey Dent pushes everything, and then it ends there. I just felt like they could have done more with Harvey Dent as a villain.
Yeah.
Because it's not hard. It's it's not Two-Face who pushes everything. It's Harvey Dent. He's not Two-Face until the final. I mean, I guess it would be what, 30 minutes of the movie.
Final hour and a half.
Is that when he burns his face? Hour and a half. That's a lot of time, and he's not on screen for a lot of it.
Okay, so give us your final hot take.
Final hot take. This is just to piss you off already, even more than you are pissed off. Quentin Tarantino is just a film nerd who got lucky, and his movies are all the same.
You got that on Reddit?
I got this one off. This is the one that I got off the Reddit forum.
So read it again.
Quentin Tarantino is just a film nerd who got lucky, and his movies are all the same. Do you want me to read the top thing in that one? There were a lot of people who agreed with it. It says, let's be real, his entire career is just stylish violence, feet, and characters who never shut up about movies. Pulp Fiction is great, but everything after that is just him remixing his own ideas. He acts like he's reinventing cinema, but he's really just making fancy grindhouse films with bigger budgets.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, everyone's got to have an opinion. I think people love to hate on Quentin Tarantino for some weird reason. And I'm not even a big Tarantino defender. Like, he's not a guy that, like, if people talk mad shit on his movies, I'm never going to be like, rah! Like, I can understand it. I had a conversation with a guy the other week who was like, I like Tarantino. I just can't handle the violence and it's so irreverent and it's all this stuff. And I go, it's not for everybody. Tarantino is not for everybody. But like, let's be clear. He is a Hall of Fame filmmaker. His movies will stand the test of time. Pulp Fiction will stand the test of time. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 20 years will be standing the test of time. Django Unchained will stand the test of time.
Django Unchained, banger.
Inglourious Bastards, masterpiece. It's best movie.
See, I disagree.
I know you don't like that movie. I saw it the other day. I don't want to talk about it. But it's like, you guys don't agree with that hot take, right?
No, I don't agree with it. I just knew
just being a troll?
Yeah, I just knew that it would bother you.
No,
I think Tarantino's good.
I think people just love to hate. And honestly, their description is not crazy. But guess what? He's a genius at what he does. Oh, he's a film nerd who got lucky, who just has been reinventing his same movies and his characters talk about movies. And guess what? People love it.
Well, and here's my thing with that too. I got in an argument, not really an argument. I was just talking with Allie about this the other day. She won't watch the Mission Impossible movies because she doesn't like Tom Cruise, because she just says that he's the same in every movie that he's in, which I get that argument.
He's not, but that's okay.
I mean, like, how many 8 Mission Impossible movies now? Same character, very similar character in Top Gun.
Watch Tropic Thunder.
Change your mind.
That's what I said.
And so I understand that point of view, but also my rebuttal to that is, when you're perfect at something, why change it? Like, when you are making movies that are so good and you are so good in those movies in that
when
role,
you like it.
Yeah.
And you're making millions of dollars.
Why change?
And people like it.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to say, I won't watch a movie with Dwayne Johnson because he's the same in every movie, I understand that, because he sucks in every movie. Like, he's the same and he's not that good. You know what I'm saying?
Except Moana.
Fair, but...
Well, we were talking about, he's got some bangers coming soon.
And that's where we'll see if he's actually a good actor in these 2 movies coming out.
I think here's what I've always said about Dwayne Johnson. He's got more charisma than a lot of, like, 99% of people. Charisma. So I think if a good director can just harness that and put it into a performance, he'll be just fine. I think it is true. It's like, hey, if you're doing something perfect, also for Tom Cruise haters, go freaking watch. Why the hell am I forgetting the name of it? Because I just watched the movie. It's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It came out in the 90s. Magnolia. Okay. For those of you out there who think Tom Cruise is the same in every single movie, go watch Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia. It's the same. It is genuinely one of the most moving performances of all time. Like, next level good. It's like the same way I'd point a lot of people for Adam Sandler to Punch Drunk Love in 2005 if they think that he can't do serious. I'd point them to that, or Uncut Gems. But, like, I don't know. Just...
What about this one? Mark Wahlberg is the same in every movie and has 0 range.
That's crazy. Have you seen The Fighter?
No.
Did we watch The Departed together?
Yeah, he's the same character in that as he is in the other guys.
He's the
He's the super loud, swears a
Yeah,
lot,
super loud,
yells.
grotesque character in
Makes-
like every movie that he's in.
Have you guys seen Boogie Nights?
No.
With John Travolta?
No,
Or is that what?
that's Saturday Night
Oh.
Fever.
No.
Boogie Nights is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie with. He plays a porn star in that movie.
So what I'm getting is Paul Thomas Anderson is good at
Yeah, but
showing
also the
off characters'
fighter.
range.
I mean, the fighter, he's damn good in that movie. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say this, just because I do have to say it. To say he is the same level of good and has zero range outside of The Departed is crazy.
No. I'm not saying he's not good in The Departed. He's great in The Departed.
I said he's good in The Departed, but like that's his character in most of his movies.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, that's a fine hot take to have. You just haven't seen his movies, enough of them.
I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of his movies.
But have you seen all the Oscar ones that he's been nominated
No.
for and stuff like that?
Those when he was younger.
Well, no, because The Fighter came out in 2009 and Boogie Nights. Well, I guess The Departed. I completely disagree with you that he's the same in The Departed as he is in everything else. I think his character's actually like, is he like a loudmouthed asshole? Yeah, but like he fills the character that's written amazingly. I think.
I mean, I think even in like Flight Risk, he's like the same person.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
he's got like the weird accent that he does, but like other than that, it's like that's just.
Well, I think I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he probably does a lot the same.
Yeah.
A lot does the same role a lot. I can agree with that. But I think
He's different in Lone Survivor too.
yeah. But I think to say that he has no range outside of that, it's like hard to say that when you haven't seen the movies that he's known for having big range on.
I think a more fair statement for him is just that he enjoys being that character the most.
Yeah. And he's good at it.
Yeah, like
Not in everything, but most of the time, I mean, Instant Family is one of my favorite movies ever.
Really?
He's a lot different in that movie than he is in the other guys or anything like that.
Yeah. But like that, I mean, that
Family's
one,
a
like
5 out of 5.
his performance in that didn't get me like, oh my gosh, so great.
Oh,
It's more of like the kids and like everything else.
yeah.
To me, I'm just like, he's fine. Even like Daddy's Home, same character in those two movies.
I love Daddy's Home too. It's a great Christmas staple.
I
I don't know why I haven't reviewed Instant Family.
I guess
on
my
Letterboxd.
take is just he plays that character, that same style of character, a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. We gotta finish this up because we've been
Yeah.
recording for an hour and 30 minutes.
And there's going to be quite a bit that gets cut out. Man, maybe not. Honestly, I don't know. We've been.
Probably 10 minutes.
Do you want to do the
Well,
if no one else will say it, I will?
If no one else will say it, I will. This is a new thing we're gonna do every week. We each have come up with one thing. No one else will say it. I will. Movie take. Jackson, go.
If no one else will say it, I will. Forrest Gump isn't a good movie.
Can you give me a reason though?
It's just not good.
Why is it not good?
It's just
Jack?
not. I just feel like, and I'm gonna get flamed because it's top 15 rated movie of all time, and I think people are crazy for rating it like that. I think that, and we actually talked about this a month ago.
Yeah, we got in a big argument.
Big argument. And then there was a TikTok that I saw, and it was like, how am I supposed to tell people that, what was it, Stardust? He was explaining Stardust as his favorite movie. And he's like, nobody's going to understand that, so instead I just say Forrest Gump. And I truly believe that Forrest Gump is rated so highly because people read reviews on it, and it's rated at 9.4 stars, and so everybody just feels like they have to give it a high rating.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you about that again.
Yeah, we'll be here for
Lan,
another hour.
what's yours?
All right, if no one else will say it, I will. Midsommar is trash, and the only redeeming quality about it is Florence Pugh.
That movie sucks. I hate that movie, dude.
She's good.
She's great in it.
She's great in everything.
Cinematography's really good too.
But it's 1 star.
I think I gave it a 1 star, yeah.
Probably.
That's great. Mine? No one else will say it. I will. Gal Gadot, top 5 actress in Hollywood.
Seth, you're on drugs.
No.
I just hope everyone cooks you.
Please.
Hard.
Please.
What's wrong with Gal Gadot?
Everything is wrong with Gal Gadot.
She has 0 range.
Dude, first of all,
0 range.
you're telling me she goes from Fast and Furious to Wonder Woman
She sucks in both
to
of those
Red
movies.
Notice. She does not suck in Wonder Woman, dude.
The first Wonder Woman is a good film. Good film.
The
Wonder
second
Woman
one,
2.
second one has
cheeks.
some of the worst line readings I've ever seen in my life from
Okay,
her.
that's fine. I'm talking about Wonder Woman 1. She's good in Wonder Woman
Does
1.
she also something about her like whenever she like gives her lines, it just feels like somebody's saying the words to her right before she's about to say them?
No, dude. You're being mean.
No.
Look, you're gonna find out when we watch Snow White just how bad she is.
Yeah, because that movie's going to suck.
Rachel Ziegler's gonna cook.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. We will be here Thursday night with the Alto Nights and Snow White review, where we can figure out if Gal Gadot really is bad or good.
She's bad.
She bad. That for real. Thank you, guys.
You just think she's hot.
No, I don't, dude. I genuinely like her as an actor. You guys always do this shit. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. It's the same thing. Eli was at the theater with us. Like, oh, yeah, you don't like movies if you're going to like Gal Gadot. I think she's a good actress. I like everything she's in, and I like her in it.
Seth.
No, dude, I'm serious. We've been doing this for 2 months. You guys do not respect my movie opinions whatsoever.
That's not true. I respect your movie opinion more than anybody else's. This take is horrendous. She sucks.
Cook
Top
him,
10.
chat. Cook him, chat.
Top 10.
She sucks.
I
She
hope the
sucks
chat-
in Death on the Nile. She sucks in Red Lotus. She's not even good in the Fast and Furious movies, and I love the Fast and Furious movies. She sucks in Shazam. She sucks in...
She was in Shazam?
Yeah. She sucks
Shazam, 2 seconds. She sucks.
Yeah, she sucks in Date Night. She sucks in freaking Cleopatra.
Which never came out.
Never
I'm glad,
came out, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're being really fair about this. No, dude.
When was that
We'll
supposed to come out?
See us at the next episode. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Letterbox. What is yours, Jax?
Summer 2025. My letterboxed is Jax Pete.
Mine's Lando Pete.
Mine's Saurus 19. This has been the last fucking episode of this stupid ass podcast, bro. All right. Have a good one. See you on Friday.